my dears, we are back at it. We're working on the bathroom, and I thought it would be fun to talk today about 6 ways that you can elevate your bathroom. And you can do 1 or 2 or 3 of these, or you could do all 6 of them. But I think they have a really good bang for the buck, and it's something that you could do. It's a really good idea for spring refresh, you know, just to switch out a few of these things, and you can quite an elevation to the design. So I think it's fun to study up on some of these details. Now, in the last video, I shared with you my painted bathroom walls, and there was some division about whether that was a good idea or not. I do want to put a disclaimer on those walls and say that I've been living with them for a while now, and I am still open to the idea of wallpaper. I've got some really fabulous samples coming in, and so I thought we were at the end of our trail with wallpaper, but I still think that this could be a win for us. I really feel like it would be like the frosting on the cake. But those samples are still arriving. I will share them with you, of course. And I do a lot of, you know, real-time updates on my Instagram account. So if you are not following me on Instagram and you want to know more things that don't actually make it into the YouTube videos, I can share those over there in my stories. Okay, so there's 6 things that I think are really good to focus on, and they're really quick wins, so it's fun to have these in your back pocket. So the first thing that I suggest would be to change out your light switch plates and your outlet covers. And if you do have wallpaper in the bathroom, it's a very elevated look to actually wrap your light switch plates with the wallpaper that would match the pattern part on the wall, so like this picture. Or you could get, I mean, the metal finishes out there now are fabulous. I got these ones and they're a little too shiny, so I tried this trick where you strip the lacquer finish. I sanded them down with steel wool, and then I set them in a bowl with some vinegar and salt, and it was supposed to age it, but I did it all night, and I don't think it looks that great. So what I'm gonna do with my light switch plates and outlet covers is we're gonna actually gild them. Okay, so I couldn't do the gilding. I had to spray paint, and then as I was spray painting, and don't forget the screws when you do that, I realized, duh, why didn't I just spray paint the plastic ones? So, rookie move. Now you know you can do better than I did. But the faucet that I have is too shiny. I looked into aging it to make it look a little more patinaed, and I don't think that's gonna work with this. So I'm back to the drawing board myself to find a new faucet. I may stick with the one I have, but I really think we could use a new one in here. So that is what I would suggest, is updating your metals and your plates. That can be knobs, that can be light switch plates, it can be faucets. Pretty easy win there. Okay, and then number 2 would be to get new towels. So if you're looking for new towels, I suggest the Brooklinen Move-In Bundle. That's the one that I chose. It comes with 4 bath towels, 4 hand towels, 4 washcloths, and then this gorgeous bath mat. The Move-In Bundle, if you buy it that way, it will save you 15%, so I think that's a great way to go. They have a new option, which is a waffle weave towel, and I either will suggest the waffle weave towels or just the white, the basic white color. If you're doing vintage bathrooms, I think that looks the oldest, it looks the most, you know, European style, but they do have a really great selection of colors, and Brooklinen is amazing for mixing and matching. They do this with their sheets as well. So they're very generous in that way, let you be very creative. So check out the colors as well if you would like to go that direction more. They really pride themselves on creating high quality products for just the average homeowner and keeping their cost low. And I have never actually seen towels that are this plush. They almost feel like a really expensive carpet or something, but of course super, super soft. I look at these and I think these are gonna last at least 10 years, probably 15 years. And so when you look at it that way, I just think really good towels are worth every penny They are extremely valuable for investing in just the basic care, the basic needs of your home. And these ones are the nicest ones that I've ever felt. Brooklinen has over 100,000 5-star reviews. I actually don't know of any other company that has that. I'm sure there are some, but Brooklinen's, that's some serious bragging rights. Good job on that. There's some happy customers there. Each piece is about a 1/2 inch thick, and there's a lot of extra pile in it, I guess is what you would call it, just how thick and cushy it is. And then the sizes themselves are super generous. So I was gonna hang a bath towel with a hand towel with a washcloth on it on my towel bar, and they were so thick that I changed my mind and I just did the bath towel and the hand towel. Each piece is like a blanket. They definitely have a spa-like quality to them. And I only work with companies that will give me a discount code for my followers. Use the code SHEHOLDSDEARLY, all caps, all one word, and that will save you $20 when you spend $100 or more. Oh, these are so plush. I actually wish I had a bathrobe with this fabric, and then I looked and Brooklinen has bathrobes. So even if you just want to start with a bathrobe, I highly recommend it. Number 3 is going to be great artwork. And I've checked some places on Etsy and I have some ideas. But first of all, I recommend going through your own stash and just seeing what you have. It's amazing how little you might need to buy. So let's just take a quick look at what I have. Feels like a little mini garage sale in here. So first of all, I have this shot from my grandfather, and I had this frame. That's my son. Oh my goodness. But I could switch the picture out. One thing I recommend is don't have glass on your frames, especially if you do any type of photography in your house. You won't have to deal with the glare. This was from Easter a couple years ago. I could switch that out. I do like the color of the frame. I feel like that will set off, you know, the tub and the toilet. This picture I thrifted for $2 years ago. Sort of has an Italian look to it. Actually, this has been on my wall for many years, right here above the tub. I mean, I like that it's really subtle. I like that it matches the vanity perfectly. So this is probably gonna make the cut. Another class photo. I love these. I love how linear they are and detailed. These are always something that catch my eye in a thrift store or an antique store. This is my grandfather's class photo. So this piece I had on the wall earlier and I do love it. It mimics the same shape as the curio cabinet in the corner here. And I mean, it needs to be painted, but it's a great piece with repeating this shape, and then I can put, you know, night cream. So this is a good piece. I want to figure out how to use that still. This is a little, like a vintage mirror that I got actually at the Magnolia Silos. This picture, I love art that has a pen and ink sketch look. So I actually decoupaged this onto the canvas and then added some GIMP from my upholstery stash. This I think was $2 and I bought it at a flea market. I mean, this is at least 25 years old. This might have been the very first thing I ever bought thrifting. So that's pretty special. I thought this might be kind of cool for scrunchies or something on the wall. Just a regular gold frame. I found this really beautiful art print on Etsy. It hasn't arrived yet, but it's an ocean scene and it really speaks to me. And it would fit in here. It's a 5x7. This is in my vintage art prints. I have a free vintage art prints. Actually, I'll link that for you. This looks very Italian as well, and it's got that sketchy look that I love. Okay, this frame, oh, this is from my friend Jessica. This thing is, look how thick it is. This is legit antique. It's very heavy too. I bought this from my friend at her garage sale. She always has incredible antiques. And she was trying to, I said, how much do you want for it? She's so sweet. She said, oh, just 50 cents. And I'm like, no way. I'm giving you at least $5 for this. I probably should have given her more. Okay, and then the last one, which is my Aunt Frances Eliza. She's 20 years old here. It has a really beautiful mat. I really love linen mats. So she might have a spot in here too as well. Okay, so I'm gonna play around with what we can do with this artwork. Number 4 is going to be a great towel bar or a towel ring. I feel like for a long time it was all about the hooks to hang your towels on, and I do recommend them. You can get a lot more towels in one space. I feel like it's much easier for the family to get the towels back in the right place, and they dry easier. But I also do notice really beautiful towel bars and towel rings. So here's a couple that I got that might work in this space. So this one is from Anthropology. I loved that it has this sort of flower design, and you can get several different pieces that match this set. And so if you wanted the towel ring, actually that's where I originally saw it, was a towel ring. And that was on Pinterest, and then I found the bar, which I think is gonna look good on the wall across from us here. So this is an option. So the second option I have is a true towel ring. You can see it here. There are a couple of birds. It's really heavy. I got this one on Amazon. Number 5, let's talk about great shower curtains. And it doesn't have to have a whole pattern on it or color. It could just be a really fantastic texture. I do happen to have something with color, and this is from a beautiful shop on Etsy called Cozy Brown, one word, all lowercase, and this is French twill fabric. I had them rush this to us to get it in this week's video. Thank you, Hannah. She sent it basically overnight from Korea. Anyway, this is what we are trying in this space. I love how authentic it looks. It has a plain beige back on the linen back, and so the way I hung it, I had 2 panels, and I put one with the right side facing towards the door, and then this one is the right side is facing into the tub. So when it's open, like this is pretty much just for looks. People don't take showers in here anymore. We tried that originally and it's just miserable. So now we only use the drape portion for privacy if someone's in the tub and they would like more privacy. But otherwise it's just decorative. So it's pretty much gonna look like this all the time, and it's a great look this way from the door. And they are made with hooks, like pinch pleat hooks, and so I can't just stick them easily on this rod because it's permanently in place, and I don't have the rings that hook around. So what I'm gonna do is I could do this caramel velvet ribbon, which is one of my favorites, or I could use this navy velvet ribbon, and I'm just going to attach ribbon, probably bows, to the hooks that are on there, and that's going to be our curtain rings for the shower curtain. My plan is that the bottom of the drapes will actually puddle on the floor because I think that looks very elegant. So let's see what we get when we do this. number 6 is going to be to choose a really great mirror. And this can take some time. I've got a really good one in the bathroom already, but it's been there for a while, so I kind of want a new one, maybe, or at least like a new look. So I do have this one. It's not super big, but I like the depth of this. So I could add in blue to this frame and that could work. The other thing I could do is take the current frame and I could flip it upside down. I could hang it with a chain. I could add wooden applique. I've got some coming in that I'll share with you when they come in. Or I could, of course, change the color. So those are really simple, basically free options you can do to elevate your mirror without having to go buy anything. But that's my last idea for taking your bathroom to another level. That's pretty simple, really strategic, really intentional, and doable. All right, I hope you liked this week's video. We are progressing with the bathroom decorations. Tell me what you think of the paint, because I know there was some discrepancy about that last week. Once you actually get the decorations up, it oftentimes becomes a lot more realistic about how it's gonna, or you just get a better vision for how it's actually gonna work. So let me know what you think. And we just started our spring refresh series yesterday, actually. That is an exclusive email series that I'm sending out to people that want to join. We are looking at spring cleaning. We're doing some special DIYs with our porches and talking about how to do a refresh in a room really quickly. And then, of course, doing some devotionals and things that have to do with getting our hearts ready for Easter. So if you'd like to join me with that, I will put a link in the description below. And don't forget to order your Brooklyn towels if that's something you are in the market for. Use my code SHEHOLDSDEARLY, and that will get you $20 off of $100 or more that you spend. So thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you next week.